Amazing.
Okay, would anybody like to share? We had a wonderful group, and I'm not going to let Pat Sherry shared enough. Would anybody like to share? And this is just the part we just record these and send them out. They're kind of a cool little one. Hey, maybe no one sharing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe we should just talk.
Do they say cat got your tongue?
Oh,
There you go.
Adrian.
Oh yeah, we were talking about a whole lot of stuff, and we were talking about we ended up talking about forgiveness and seeing God in people, and we went in that kind of direction. We were talking about the latest assassination that's everyone's talking about, the latest on the news and stuff. And we're talking about like forgiving and loving people and being able to love people even if they do really evil things, like. And then we're talking about forgiveness and just how love is the only solution to fix the world. Not like that we can't fix it like by joining the hate, by joining the fear, joining that spirit of the world, but in newness of life and walking in the newness of life, the new creation, and the perfect love of God. And there was a post on Facebook today that was really good. It was about how we don't have to try and be the perfect love of God too hard. We can just rest that we really are. It's like it was I don't know who wrote it, but it was really good. It was like we try so hard to be that perfect love of God, and we feel so much condemnation if we don't measure up. But it's not about trying too hard. It's about just relaxing to know that we really are, and not measuring ourselves like so hard, but just relaxing in it, just resting. Because like sometimes you can get into condemnation and feel, but I'm not that perfect love. I don't feel like perfectly loving. But just to rest and know that we are, even in our own way, we are the perfect love of God. Yeah.
Excellente, Adrian. Eli and Diane, or Diane and Eli.
Yeah, we had a good time, Mark and Joy and me and of course my wife. We I was just really I guess impressed isn't the right word, but it's amazing to me how hard it was for me to really understand uh, in my legalistic days, Thessalonians 15, 16, and 17. And reading it in the Mirror translation is just so eye-opening and such a revelation, especially 16. In their awakening, the dead will all firsthand witness the Lord stepping out of the invisible heavenly realm. It just amazes to me that the dead that Paul is talking about is those who are dead to they're dead, their false identity, and they're awakening out of that false identity. And that's just amazing to me. And I've always thought it was actually people who were just physically dead. And when coming to that revelation is just, I don't know, it's just amazing. And it brings a whole new perspective to what Paul is teaching us and revealing to us in First Thessalonians chapter 4. It's really beautiful.
That is. I love it. Oh, did you have more to say?
No, I'm good.
That's good.
It made me good.
Didn't catch that. What did you say, Eli?
Oh, I said he made me good.
He made you good.
Made you perfect.
So that's a big topic, the rapture, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
Pam was on. Did
you put your hand up, Pam?
I didn't. I was clapping.
Oh,
like what he said. I felt the same way he did at one time. Like I was just mind blown because I literally thought that we were dead, or that people were dead in the ground, and that they would, But he's talking about what he just said. Yes, I love that.
I love how like you just started taking that string and you just pull it a little at a time, and boy, everything starts to unravel. And right when you think your mind's blown, then there's another thing that blows your mind, then that thing blows your mind, and you think, well, that's normal. And I think I don't know if I was even talking to Darlene down there. We were talking at Marlene, and somehow the rapture or something came up. Or no, it was even before when we were on the phone. And I said, oh, I forget that there are people that maybe still believe that. So our as our minds get blown and our language starts to change, we sometimes think that other people are there. And then instead of having grace and saying, wait, step back, they're not there yet. They need to come to the revelation of that, just like we did, or so it's pretty cool.
It really is.
So anybody else want to share?
I'll go just to make Tina happy. She's kind of bossy, but anyway, I really like verse 6, because it speaks to like everyday practical, like whether in business or day-to-day domestic and social matters, live from the persuasion of your mutual likeness. And I figured out that that's why I'm so attractive. Just as we have given testimony to it. No, wait, I'm in the wrong one here. Where am I at? I lost it now. But yeah, it just speaks to how like that makes us attractive when we live from an understanding of mutual oneness with everybody, mutual likeness with everybody we run in any kind of everyday, normal, domestic or business matter. And it just makes, for me personally, that made my life a whole lot more fun in every aspect, not just like spiritual, but everything I do, because I just feel like an inner joy and like these encounters, and it can be the more, it could be anything, and it makes life exciting and fun. That's it.
That's good. You got bullied into it. So Armando, did you have your hand up before I go back to?
Oh, I was going to say, I love the connection that you just gave us with having our minds blown and getting new language.
Yeah, it does. And you lose the old language. Okay, Adrian.
Yeah, I just thought of that first verse starting then the whole first opening chapter, and I just realized like he's talking about your connection with Jesus. It's all about that, so that intimacy. It's about that intimacy that goes beyond words and the oneness that we have with God. And it's such a profound chapter, in fact, of your oneness with God, because it's showing that once you're fulfilled in God, yeah, you're not going to look for things anywhere else, but because your heart's satisfied totally in that oneness and that union. So it's just stressing the union, and it's so powerful because that is such a powerful topic. And I was walking along somewhere today, and I just heard that, like, wow, this is so important. The union of Christ is just such an important subject. It's not just so important, it is the ultimate subject that combines all subjects together. There is no subject more important than your union with Christ, because it actually unifies all doctrine. There is no doctrine without it. If you don't have union, if you don't understand union with Christ, basically the whole Bible is basically nonsense. It's garbage, because you can't have a gospel without your union with Christ. And that is what he's talking about, that intimacy, that relationship, that fellowship. And he's saying if you're filled in Jesus, you won't look for the other things. You won't be interested in the other things, because you're like a drug addict that's getting high on God.
I am.
Obviously,
I am.
I'm telling you what, he was jacked up tonight.
I'm a physician, if you don't know that, but sometimes I give my testimony. I tell, because I was on drugs. I was a horrible high school student, barely got out of high school, right? And God just, he did it all. I'm here because of that day. So I'll tell my testimony sometimes, and I say, and I look at them and say, I still like to get high. And they look at me, you do? I say, yeah, I get high in Jesus. I did my thing, not wanting to get high, didn't go away. I just changed it, something better.
Jehovah Wana.
Jehovah Wana.
God.
God.
Anybody else want to share before I turn off the recorder? I'm just gonna turn it off.
Oh,
Oh,
Tricia.
Wait.
You didn't
Please,
touch it.
thank you. You always have good things to say, so we gotta get it.
Okay, so I was thinking about that fornication thing, and that just really blew my mind. It's like, what? Fornication? I'm like fornicating with Amazon. Packages coming every day. Help me, Jesus. You know. But so I guess we're all doing a little fornicating every day with something.
Yeah,
or
that's
another.
really idolatry right there.
But I'll tell you, the verses that got me, I think it's 7 and 8, where it talks about, I had to write this down. God sees us through a different lens. We're separated to him. And often in churches, we're separated from God. There's a lot of you're separated from God because of your behavior. But God is actually telling us something else, that nothing can separate you from me. Your behavior is not who you are. And I just really love that. That's all I want to say.
That was worth the wait.
I was gonna say, just as an afterthought. Actually, I thought about this when last time I was in South Africa on safari. You know, in the first chapter of Acts, when remember at the end, Jesus is taken up into a cloud, and then it says that the two angels say he'll come back the same way. You think maybe the cloud is us, and he's gonna come
Mm-mm.
back to us? Maybe he's taken up into a cloud, and we're the cloud we just read about. We're little drops of water in a cloud, and he will show up the same way he left, shows up in us. I mean, Jesus may come down someday, come down in the person, but the Spirit of Christ is here. It's not going anywhere. And you're the image bearers right now. You're actually image bearers, and God shows up in you. Christ is in you. I mean, Christ is all over the place. He's not somewhere else. Anyway,
That's a good way to end it.
sure.
I'll just turn this off. Stop